So let's see what we can get done. Yeah, the kids are like, well, yeah, I've got less than 3 hours until I gotta pick up kiddos. So here we are. Let's just see if I've gone live on YouTube. Yes, good. Multi-stream. I don't need to listen to myself. No, 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 no. Really don't wanna listen to myself. Okay, sister-in-law's just asking what time my stuff is on. Okay. La la la. Oh, what am I doing? I am going in and we are posting the link to Instagram. That's what we're doing. Then we're gonna go in and actually sew. Alrighty. So I got bored and now we're making luggage tags. Cause you know, what else am I supposed to do? Of course, it's like, okay, so this morning I had a like long, well, not a long run, but I had a speed run, like speed work run this morning. And it was absolutely shitty weather. It was so windy. And it tried to snow and it was just like, ugh, disgusting. Yeah, there we go. YouTube. Done. And I'll check on Twitch. Ooh, no, you go up here. You go here. Okay. Go. Twitch, 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 Twitch. Twitch, 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 Twitch. Add to the story. Let's check Twitch. Let's check Twitch, Twitch, Twitch. Boom, 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 boom. It is running right now. Okay, good. Good enough. All right. Hello, everyone. We're just posting the last link to Twitch, and then we'll actually get down to sewing these guys. I know I was only supposed to be working on passport folders, but then I'm like, this has been bothering me for a while, so let's also make some luggage tags, because why not lean into both of them? So, all right, there we go. Everything is posted. And I am sorry that I was not on last night. We had a busy day yesterday, so we ended up going to the zoo, which was awesome. It was absolutely spectacular day. Way nicer than today. Wish I had been running outside yesterday. And so we went to the zoo, and then I didn't, like, my name change happened right after, after we filed taxes, which is how they have your name, of course, for elections for us here, because we just do our electronic registration or whatever the hell it is. Whatever. That's what determines our voter list. So, but I didn't know, because legally I am now my new name, if that was going to like impact my vote and stuff like that. So went into the Elections Canada office because I'm like, well, they can figure it out for me. and I can vote while I'm here. So I went and voted yesterday, so that's done, which is awesome because we're driving home from Dawson on election day. So I don't think we'll be back in Cochrane in time to vote. Yeah, and then we went to Michael's because I needed some craft paper. I also picked up some lobster clasps to make some lobster class axolotls and ducks, hopefully in the next couple of days. We don't need to go anywhere tomorrow, so I'm like, as much as I'm like, feel like I'm behind right now, I think that will help me catch up, kind of, hopefully. Here's hoping. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. I know I said I was going to do the passport folders and stuff like that, but then, like I said, I was like, no, we're going to add in some luggage tags here. So I did go pick up a grommet die set today from Pecana and some grommets. This is what the luggage tags are going to look like. So they'll have this little like convenient loop that you can shove it through and loop onto your luggage. And I'll make sure that they have cards. So that's part of what the craft paper will be for, is I'll make sure that I cut some cards to go in there. Yeah, so right now we're gonna wrap up on these guys because they need black top stitching. I still have black thread in the machine. I've black top stitched all the tote bags that have already gone through, and we actually need to swap to the white stitch because I had to pull the pockets off of the passport folder interior because I messed up the dimensions a little bit. Are we surprised? So we'll have 4 passport folders. We'll have luggage tags. I'm gonna pop them over there because all of the stuff to install the grommets are over there. And yeah, we're just gonna try and like kind of tick along practically. Well, yeah, right to the back. So I wanted to go see the tigers. So we went and saw the tigers. Because lots of times we don't get all the way back to the tigers from the front of the zoo. And so they walked that whole thing. So they were very tired and fell asleep. And then, yeah, we ended up just going to bed late. And then by the time that I got them to bed, I was like, okay, I can go work, but I do not have the energy to entertain people. I'm sorry. That is the blunt truth of it. So now, here we are. I'm here today until I have to go pick up kiddos, which is actually not that long because I had the speed work run this morning. And the speed work run was on a track. And the only track that is like available during the weekdays for us is way down in the goddamn south. So anyway, I'm here now. Is it, like I said, absolutely miserable run though because it was so fucking windy. So like over 3/4 of the, basically I was either running against or like perpendicular to the wind for 3/4 of the track. I had maybe, I think, less than 100 meters that was actually not headwind or side wind. And it kept shifting, and then it tried to snow, and I'm just like, I am done. I'm done with winter. Thank you. See you later. For all that, though, I did fucking good. I'm bitching and complaining about it, but I did so good. Didn't trim these down last night. Anyway, so yeah, it was just yesterday. It went extremely well, but it also just kind of messed up my whole schedule. So now we'll play some catch up today. I did not get as much work done yesterday as I anticipated either. I did decide to do these extremely last minute, which is my own fault. But like I said, I sat down and I just could not get myself motivated to actually work on the other things that we had started. So, oh well. These are something that I've wanted to work on for a couple of years. Just never really found the desire, wherewithal, pattern. Oh, I have done some of these seams too tight. So let's pop it a little bit here, and then I will sew it back up. And then the book club ladies today were like, would you like to meet at Found? And I'm like, Oh man, if I had more handwork, I would have totally gone to the bookstore today to read and like do handwork, but I didn't have enough handwork today. I was like, damn it. I should actually just reply to that and be like, I am down for this when I am not chained at my sewing machine. And honestly, training for a half. Although, like I said, I did really fucking good with that half today, or the training today, so I was very pleased with that. It's starting to lean towards I should be able to do the 245 for sure in Calgary. And then I want to get between 222 and 230 in Red Deer. That's a push. I don't know if I'll get 230 in Red Deer, but like 222, and that sounds like a really random number, but most of the conversions agree that a 222 indicates that you're ready to do a 5-hour marathon. So I don't know what the equivalency of I think the equivalency of a 245 is about a 540, which that's also really fucking good. Kind of like, if I get 245 in Calgary, do I actually just apply for Kyoto? Because here's the thing, like I want to eventually run Osaka, but I really want to run Kyoto. No, I think going with Osaka is still the better option. Confirm that I can go. So I decided against Osaka, and then I was thinking about it the other day and I'm like, do you know what? I don't want to give up on Osaka yet. If I get 245 in Calgary for sure, I will apply for Osaka, because I'm like, nope. I'm not sad about dropping Calgary Marathon, but I am extremely sad about dropping Osaka Marathon. I'm like, no. So, and actually in some ways more sad about dropping Osaka Marathon than the original decision to like swap from Kyoto to Osaka. The swap from Kyoto to Osaka makes complete sense, because like I still think I'm not quite ready to do a fully sub 6 marathon yet, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. And you never know until you actually do it. I think that's what's so scary about marathons and like these higher distance runs, is you just don't know what you can do until you do it. And sometimes it's not even the same between different events. Oh, right. That's what it is against Kyoto as well. As Kyoto has a shit ton of elevation change. It's like they live in the hills or something. They totally live in the hills. Whereas Osaka is like not pancake flat like the 5 and 10 in Canmore, but flat. So the elevation change is not as drastic on the Osaka Marathon either, which was another plus for it. Besides the fact that it does have a more forgiving, basically it's got a 7-hour gun time versus a 6.5-hour gun time, which is what Kyoto has. Anyway, I need to be able to run a solid 6 or a solid 5.5, which was the original goal for Kyoto, is before I signed up for Kyoto. So it's like I need a solid 5 to 5.5 hour marathon before that. Okay, you can move over there because all of this is getting grommeted over there. You are trimmed down, and I think all of our seams are good. We just gotta poke everything through here. And then we will get it good. Okay, so taking the sticker poker thing that I usually use to turn the small box bag handles, and we're just pushing all the corners out. So yeah, tomorrow will be a lot of, will be a lot of work too, but a lot of it will be off camera because the kiddos are home. Friday is goodie and like time to buy goodies and set up for Hanami. So I'll probably be on in the evening, but not too late because it's an early morning, blah, 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 blah. But like that'll be the catch day. So today we're going to finish these up, and then we're going to go in and finish the passport folders. And then the next thing I want to work on is the mini traveler slings. And I know I selected like 12 or something like that, but we're going to pare it down to 4 or 5, I think. Then if I have more time, I can do more. But then at least I'm like got a set number that it's like, okay, these should be achievable. Okay, I poked it through somewhere up here, I think. Is it on that corner or this other corner? So I gotta be careful with your turning tools sometimes. It's like sometimes they can be a bit too aggressive. I think I actually just trimmed the seam allowance a little bit too tight right there. Okay, make it flat so we're not catching any wrinkle. Oh, I see. Never mind. Yes, I did cut it too close, but also it wasn't quite tacked on the one side. So now these are all slightly individual, mostly because they end up, there is no template or anything like that. And so since I was just throwing these together, literally pretty much yesterday, I did not make a template yet, but I will make it for future so that we can have like consistency. But that's okay. They're super cute. It's like a combo YouTube / blog post make. So that's really, I'm really happy with that. Charmed by Ashley, I think. I'll double check. The only thing I don't know is it's like, where the hell do you put a label on these? Guess what I could do is I could actually put like one of the, should we put a leather label on them on the bottom down here? Like there's enough for him. Oh, I don't know. That might be gorgeous. Do I want to go that schwanky? I don't know. I'll think about that. We have time to glue them on tomorrow if I need to or want to. But yeah, I do need to tag these because it feels like something that people want to get more. Like if they like it, they'll love it sort of thing. So at least that's my hope. All right, so what we'll do afterwards is this just goes all the way around and we top stitch it. But for now, we're going to chain piece them. So I'm just going to throw a clip on the bottom here and then we'll be good. Okay, so like one here, one here, just like that. And then we'll turn the rest of them as well. And then I do have some ones that need white stitching that I haven't touched yet because they need to be stitched in white. And we can go through the whole process of making them start to finish here as well. I think there's like 1, 2, 3. I think there's 3 or 4. 4 there. So that's good. Come on, corner. Turn out. And hopefully I have it so I can fold everything in here. I love that this one is just like fold, fold, fold. There you go. There's your luggage tag. I'm like, sweet. This is my kind of pattern. I'm almost through the re-listen of Phantasma. Very much enjoying it. Again, I read it, or I listened to it earlier because I couldn't get a hold of Anathema until a certain date. We switched away from that book anyway. I haven't actually listened to it either. But I was like, okay, I may as well re-listen to it now for like book club this month. And then I can listen to Enchanter with it like fresh in my brain. Although I think it follows, I think Enchanter follows the younger sister or something like that. So that's cool. Anyway, this ghost is like so many green flags. It's, I don't know, this, like, even the person who's set up as the, like, villain in some ways has so many green flags. It's just like, holy shit. It's so good. I love it so much. And, like, I knew that from my last listen to, but it's just, like, really got hammered home this round. So, anyway. Like, well, okay, I guess the green flags of, like, fully, like, 100% spoken aloud consent and stuff like that. That's the green flags. Now, if you're into, like, the morally gray stuff, I'm not judging. I've read some stuff that it's just like, woof, that would not fly in real life. But, like, in this case, it's 100% exactly what you want to see in real life. So, yeah, it's fucking good. Okay, this corner is being a bit persnickety, so let's actually use the sticker tool to stick it down a bit. There we go. I think I got it this time. And then right there as well. on, corner. Come 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 on, corner. You really want to get sewing. I know you want to get sewing, get sewing, 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 sewing. Okay. There. Let's go. Okay, Sushi Neko, which turned out spectacular. I made sure that the pudding cat is kind of like sneaking in the back behind the tag area, which is super fun. Super fun, super fun, super fun. Now, the eternal question, what do I charge for these things? I still don't know. We will time how long it takes me to make the 4 that I have over here, and then we'll average it out over the 4, and then I'll make some educated guesses on stuff. Anyway, so this is using up, again, some more scraps, the larger scraps, which is kind of nice. And like, it just looks so good so far. I love it. And yeah, extremely glad for my industrial machine for these, because these guys are getting thick, because it's like so many layers, especially with these cotton linen blends. So yay for a machine that doesn't even blink. And I remembered that I had a Teflon foot for doing vinyl last night, so we'll swap back to that when we do the white ones as well, because so much easier, so much easier. Oh, and the penguins, which is probably not a fabric that you've seen, or you may have seen if you've been like following me for a while, but unlikely to have seen, well, I haven't worked with it on the stream. And then we've got 2 of the geisha fans, and yes, I know I normally don't do duplicates, but like, it was right there. Super easy. I had to cut across the width of fabric, and it just works out very well to just make 2 out of the width of fabric. So here we are. Yeah, and then, like I said, we'll work on getting, like, I said 4 or 5, but probably closer to 6 mini traveler slings done tomorrow, or over the next 2 days. We don't have to go anywhere tomorrow. I have stuff happening at home tomorrow. I've got an order pickup, and we've got someone coming to fix, or the repair guy is coming to do the treadmill deck replacement for us. Thank goodness. Because obviously the weather has still not decided. We might be in like 3rd winter now. I don't know. I don't know anymore. We were definitely in 2nd spring, but yeah, I think we're heading back into winter. So yeah, having the treadmill as an option again will be extremely nice. Especially because I have a 4-mile run tomorrow, and I don't really want to push the kids. Especially in Cochrane. Like, if I took them into Calgary, it would be one thing, because it would be a little bit easier. But otherwise, no. Okay, there we go. Penguins. Now, geisha fans. And the nice thing about these is they're going to be extremely unique luggage tags. So if you're like looking for something to mark out a bag that's not like super obvious, like if you have a black or blue bag, like I have now, damn it. The first set of luggage I got myself, I got through Air Miles, and it was orange, and it was like unintentionally the best set of luggage I bought color-wise. It lasted 4 trips to Japan pretty much, and now it's the stock bags that I carry, like I tote everything around in, so that works really well. But then our next set was navy, which is Samsonite at least, so it's a really good set of luggage. It's also still some of the lightest luggage on the market, but it's navy, and so it just looks like everything else on the belt. Yes, I've got belly bands for them, but it's just like, ugh. Thinking I might get some of those luggage covers that are really cool, because I'm like, that will be a little bit more personality at least. And then our next set is bright blue, because Dallas needed a set of luggage as well, because both our orange and black Delsey stuff from Air Miles is worn out. Stock bags. So yeah, if you ever see me rolling into a show and you see my suitcases, those are the suitcases that brought home the original Japanese fabrics. I think we did so we did 1 trip, 2 trips, 3 trips, I think. Yes, because the second trip we bought me a backpack, which is the Dwighter that I use at like Toji and stuff like that for the secondhand Obi, because it's a comparable weight to the largest suitcase and also far easier to carry around at a temple market than a luggage on gravel situation. And then, oh, that's backwards. Fuck. Like, oh no, these are both backwards. The vinyl's on top. The vinyl's not supposed to be on top. The vinyl's supposed to be, that should be an easy fix, hopefully. Hopefully. Oh God. Anyway, yeah, you don't want to be like dragging a massive suitcase around Toji because it's all gravel. Like, yeah, no. So backpack it is for that event. We were actually discussing it. It's like, because Dallas is going to apply for Tokyo. Okay, so all these races and all these plans, we haven't booked anything. We don't know what's happening. These are all full on, 100% just daydreaming. But if Dallas does get into Tokyo, it's probably going to lead to a lot of pre-race anxiety. And I'm kind of like, oh man. And like, I'm a little bit anxious about it because I'm like, I don't want our whole trip with the kids to be overshadowed by this race anxiety for either of us. Like, because I will probably, if I get into Osaka, I'm going to have it as well. Like, I'm not trying to say that he would be the only one, but at least Osaka is like within the first 10 days. So like, it's over and done with. So he was like, well, why don't we just go in March? And it's like, well, because it's like the beginning of, and it's a valid question. But I was like, well, it's because it's the beginning of like cherry blossom season. So I don't want to be in Japan right now. Like, kids aren't old enough to enjoy Sakura season yet for us to put the effort into being there for Hanami and stuff. So that was my main thing. And then the other thing is that it matched up with Toji better. Although now I'm realizing, oh no, because Tokyo is on his week off. So yeah, we would be in and out of Japan before any of the temple markets, so no. And also, if we want to meet our friend over Chinese, like Lunar New Year, February is the month to do it because that will be the time she has off for it. So, because I was like, if we were just gonna like throw a trip in, I would say we're just like, let's just go in the fall, like October, right after Knit City sort of thing. But because here's the honest truth of it. I do have enough fabric right now for next year's show season, probably. But what it does is it's, what was I going to say? It allows me the time to actually get it like into stock and everything like that before I run out. So, because yes, I have enough for next show season. I think that's where I'm at. I think I do. I don't know if I do. So please come sell me out at any show you would like. Dawson, Hanami, Odafest, and then everyone who's watching the stream can watch the absolute panic as I try to restock. And I think that will be hilarious, to be honest. Hopefully a great entertainment value. But if you come sell me out, then that means I can buy more fabric. All right. It does look a little bit like I probably should throw these back under the iron. They're fine, but throwing them back under the iron will just create a little bit more crispy. And they'll be crisper, I think, in future. I didn't use fusible interfacing on these ones because I just went into my scrap interfacing pile. They still look fine. It's actually very, very pretty. I love it. All right, so there's 2. 1 fully finished. Well, depending on if we put a leather tag on them or not, I don't know yet. I think we should. I think we should elevate it that way. Go swanky. Why not? Also, it'd be durable. It adds a little bit of durability to the actual tag as well. The other nice thing about these luggage tags is they actually remind me of the omamori from Japan. So I'm like, yes! So the omamori are the like charms you buy at shrines and such, so that you can, like, for luck and transport safety or business success or whatever. I've had one for conception, I think it's like safe pregnancy or safe labor and delivery, both. Safe labor and delivery, I think is what it was. And I have obviously a business one as well. It's actually it's above my staircase as I come down into the basement for work. So it's with my torii gate from Fushimi Inari that I got when I was there on exchange. So nice little full circle moment. I wonder if I'm supposed to like renew the charms. Like, do I take it back and redo one every year? I should find out somehow. Anyway, so yeah, they kind of look like the omamori without the like fancy knot at the top, although that would be fun to do. I won't, that would be cultural appropriation, but I do like the nod to the unintentional nod to the omamori. There we go. Just a good way to fold fabric. Okay, blend it back in here. Go. Good. Well lined up, well lined up. Doom, 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 doom. And then we'll go in and we'll singe the ends of the elasticy cord that's getting put into these, and probably what I'll probably try and do is actually melt the ends together because I've knotted it, but I guess we could kind of singe the knot and it would also melt together, so never mind, because I was like, I'm gonna fray check these, and I'm like, no, singe them. Adhere everything a little bit through heat, and that should actually keep it together even better than like double knotting it or anything like that. So hopefully that's my theory. We'll see if that's how it works. I think it should. Okay, back piece needs to be folded under a little bit more. More. There we go. Penguins. Oh God, it pulled out. What the hell's going on with this top thread right now? Did that actually no, it did not. I'm like, that doesn't feel like it actually caught what it was supposed to catch anyway, but it didn't. So let's open it back up. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that back one needs to be folded down even further, which is indicated by the fact that it's like sticking out, which we don't want. Now, yeah, so this is indicating that perhaps we don't want to do the cotton linen blends, or just don't interface the cotton linen blends because they are heavier weight typically, which would reduce the bulk and everything like that. So I think that's what we'll do rather than just skipping a whole genre of fabrics. Just don't interface it because it's already heavy enough that like it's got body anyway, and the body of the cotton ones is comparable to what the cotton linen feels like without interfacing. So all right, flip it down and then turn it down a bit more. Run the seam maybe a little bit closer to the edge would be a good idea as well, Katie. Yeah, there we go. No, that goddamn top thread. Fucking top thread. Oh, so yeah, so today was speed work for running, which I mentioned at the beginning, but I'll talk about it again anyway because I did so good on it. I'm so happy and pleased with how it went. I was under the amount of time expected because it was warm up for 2 miles, interminable, at pretty much like walking speed for me. So under 20 minutes per mile, which like my saunter is 20 minutes per mile. So that was nice. And then, but it did take a while. So I cheated a little bit. I like walked a portion of it, and then I actually ran a portion of it, and then I walked a portion of it, and blah, 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 just to make it less mind-numbing. And then 100 meter interval, like 100 work recovery intervals. The work interval being at 5K speed, which for most of them I was able to get under what my 5K average was the other day, so that was good. And then, so 4 of those, so 800 meters. And then 8 times 400 meters. So basically a full lap of the track. And then of running, and then a full lap of the track recovering. Again, at about a walking pace. So, but like the whole point of this is that interval spike, and I couldn't have done better with the interval spike. It's actually ridiculous. I'm like, yes, especially with the headwind and everything like that. It could have been, it was cold and miserable. Not the actual running part though, which is like, yes, that's an accomplishment. Dallas was saying how much fun he had on his track run the other day, and it is nice because it's just like I set my watch buzzed at me up, down, whatever the fuck I needed to do, and like I could just turn my brain off. I didn't really have to pay attention to anything, which was spectacular. So, although the annoying part about the wind today was the fact that I honestly couldn't hear my audiobook at times. So I was like, damn it. Goddamn wind. Actually, I posted a picture to my Strava with a great big middle finger at the clouds. I'm like, yeah, F winter. F the wind. I'm so over winter right now. I know we have to do it every year. And honestly, we're having very mild winters. But I'm over it. I think this winter sapped a lot of my energy, and so I'm like, yeah, I am not sad to see the back. Well, I'm never sad to see the back of winter, but I'm particularly not sad to see the back of this winter. So, wasn't good. It's done, or I'm done with it at least. I do need to head out in enough time to make sure that the Easter Bunny can visit the kids this weekend at some point. Pay him a visit. And then, yeah. I'm like slowly drinking through this pot of coffee. What time is it? Well, it's only 3 o'clock. Okay. I thought that, I don't know. It took me a really long time. Well, okay. It took us a really long time to get out the door this morning. So it took me a really long time to get into the city and to the track. Pecana was really fast this morning. A lot of times they're not. I love that we have such an amazing supplier in Calgary. But I will not say that they are the speediest people to deal with typically. And a lot of time they're extremely busy. So it's like, holy crap. But it wasn't busy there at all today, which was awesome. I walked in, got my stuff, walked out. But yeah, I wasn't down to the track until 10 o'clock. And then the run itself took an hour and 40. And then the drive back home as well. So I was just like, oh God. At least I figured out though, because they have public washrooms by the track, but they're not open except they're open seasonally. But Dallas the other day was like, I used the pool bathroom. Because there's one right at the entrance, and they were fine with it. I'm like, cool. So I was like, I did check with them today, and they're like, yeah, go for it. And I'm like, sweet. And I was like, do you know when the field house washrooms are going to open? And she's like, I have no clue. And I'm like, okay, well, I just didn't want to have to bother you every time. She's like, yeah, it's fine. Come on in. Like, sweet. Because that is the one drawback to going up to that track in like the fall, winter, once it's closed, is that there's no nice warm washrooms. And I don't think actually right now there's even any porta potties, because there is a shit ton of construction happening down there right now. I'm like, all right. I'm very curious if that's actually going to impact Stampede Road Race or not, because this is where we start and finish Road Race from. I doubt it, but you never know. Smaller things have disrupted races. So, oh, these are just like, the only thing I regret about these is that I wasn't making them sooner. Look at that Ikura guy and the pudding. So that's what I mean, that the pudding cat is like going to be hidden behind the insert and then the back of the actual one. And then they're just like, oh, it's so good. So good. I'm so glad I got bored and finally decided to make these. Oh, my brain some days. Could I have been using this time to make mini travelers? Yes, but yesterday my brain was like practically refusing to sew. So I was like, okay, well, we may as well lean into, it doesn't want to sew anything that I have right now and like get this new product done. So I'm like, if I'm making passport folders, I should make some luggage tags too. I don't know why that's the logical conclusion, but that is the conclusion that my brain came to. So here we are. At least they're cute. And like I mentioned, they have been something that I've been like toying with for the past little while. So why not do it? I guess. Here we are. We are doing it anyway, even if we shouldn't be. The we in this case being me, myself, and I, and the cats. And of course, all of you loyal YouTube video viewers or Twitch or wherever you're joining from. I appreciate the continued support. No, that one didn't turn well enough. Okay, we'll put that into seconds because I am not redoing it. It's fine, but I'm going to have to put some freight check on the bottom so that doesn't like, you can see how it didn't quite turn like right here and right here. And so there's a little bit of like fabric edge there. So yeah, we'll just throw some freight check on there and that'll go into seconds later. I'm not going to finish it today then. I don't know what this means though for like Dawson. I'm like, because so Dallas is coming home late next week. And I don't know if it's like late Tuesday or if it's like, I think he said it's Wednesday, but we don't know, didn't know what time on Wednesday yet either. So it's like, okay, what is going on? Oh, like what's happening? Kids are out of school on Monday. So, because it's Easter Monday here. Bank holiday. And then, yeah, I guess we'll just kind of see what's happening. Now, the one thing I am wondering is if I should also just sew. So let's actually, yeah, let's choose the 5 or 6 minis that we're going to finish. And let's figure out what their straps are going to be. And then I can cut and, yeah, I can cut and freight check and sew the straps. What did I do with the stack of ones I decided on? Is that these here? I think it's these here. Oh God, yeah, I had chose a lot. Okay, let's focus in on the florals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to discuss the fact that there's going to be more. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do 11. 12. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Shh. Do I think I can get 12 done in the next 2 days? While taking care of kids? I can hope and dream. I 100% can hope and dream. So 12. Yeah, that's nervous laughter. Delete. Get out of here. La 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 la. Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, now I know that there is one here that is nearly fucking finished, but I messed up. So we need a black, and I think this probably got gold hardware because it's the geisha. Black and gold, yeah. Okay. Geisha, Maiko on navy, so we're just going to leave it there because it's already on the list. The rest of these did actually get finished last week. I was extremely happy with that. Okay, so what do we have? We've got floral wreath cats. No. Tuxedo pink. No. Nope. I don't think we've got any of those. Oh, we've got bunnies. No, we don't have bunnies. Confetti. Yes, one confetti. Black cat roses on purple is a black and gold strap. Cut. Because I've already gone in and decided what everything's going to be. I just haven't cut the straps yet because it didn't make sense to do it at the time. I don't know why it didn't make sense to do it at the time. But here we fucking are. It's all good. We're fine. We're surviving. We might not be thriving, but we're surviving. Okay, actually there's both of them. Hydrangea with koi. Also here, and that's a white gold, which makes sense. So let's actually just, yeah, whatever. Okay, blue marble. Birds. There were no birds. Okay, what do I have so far? I have the hydrangea in purple, and I got this one. Okay, the cats. I'm pretty sure that, oh God, get back here. Owls in teal. Yeah, owls in teal is black. Cut. And then the wisteria black cat is done. I finished it the other day, and it's even got, and I took it to that mixer. That's actually the first time that I've used it. It's still clean, so I'm going to make sure that that is available as well. Crochet is also black. The blue crochet is black. And then the gingham strawberries is also black. Got it. Sweet. Okay, so gingham strawberry is black. What was the other thing? The blue crochet is black. Okay, and then the crochet florals is white black. That's gonna look really good together. Paste. Okay, crochet florals, white with black hardware, which is super random, so we're going to put it down at the bottom here. I don't think there is any others with that. Okay, so that was both the florals. Good. Now, okay, cranes is black gold for the parasols. Okay, black gold. And that's the last one that needs the crane pockets. So that's good to know. Did I say black gold, right? So we'll put it down there, actually. Paste. Parasols, black gold. And then we can take cranes out of here because we're done. Okay, the cat's whiskers is white gold. Okay, that makes sense, actually. White with gold. And that's that olive cat. Why I want to get it done is because it's actually a pretty neutral color. Okay, white gold. What else do I have? We have crepe cats, corgi butts, hedgehogs, and this neon storm. Okay, let's see. Ow. Floral speckles. No. Red sakura. No. Confetti. No. Blue marble. What the heck? Why isn't the hedgehogs under there? Okay, there's the cat's whiskers. White with black. Didn't I already move that up here? No, apparently not. Wait, what? Oh, that's for the, okay. Cut. The one that I actually took up was the paste. Okay, so there's corgis and crepe cats. They're both getting white gold. Okay, the Olive's cat whiskers is getting white and black. I like how I was like, there's only probably going to be one of these. No, there's two. Okay, so that was the corgi butts and the crepe cats. And then we got the neon floral and the hedgies. Hedgehogs on Olive are getting the polka dots. Oh shit, I totally took these away from their actual their pockets. Goddamn. Okay, I'm sure the Maiko and Navy, they've already got theirs. Black cat, roses on purple. We're just gonna say your paw prints. Paws. I know that the parasols were cranes because I drove that in. I'm sure owls and teal are blue marble. And I bet you the strawberries are also blue marble. And I'm 100% sure that the crochet is blue marble. And then corgis on blue will be paw prints. Crepe cats will be paw prints. Olive will be paw prints. Crochet florals with black will be blue marble, like interiors. And then the hydrangea koi is maybe the confetti. Yes, I'm going to say it's confetti cut. Okay. Neon storm, neon storm. Doon, 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 doon. I do also have 3 more of the Shiba ones cut, and I'm like, don't think that's going to happen for a while. Okay. Black and black. We have also, okay, so the black and black is the olive hedgehogs. And that's getting polka dots. Okay. I also want to get them out of here too, so that it's like, I know that they're done and gone. Okay. I don't have this neon storm written down. I'm going to say it was blue marble and it needs a black. Yeah. Okay. Neon storm B and B. Okay. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black straps, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. I was like, why is there 13? But the Michael got added because they need to be finished. They just need a strap, so there's 0 point ignoring them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black. 8 black. 3 with gold, 5 with black, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white, 5 white, 3 with gold, 2 with black. Okay, now that does also include that we need their fold tabs as well, because then blah, 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 blah. Whatever. You don't care. Or if you do, I'm sorry. I don't care right now. Oh, God. Oh, no. Something just popped in my back. It was not a bad thing. I don't know if it was a good thing. And if you're like, Katie, you're jumping all around. Yep. All around and up and down, and I'm not moving the camera because I'm a rebel. No, it's because it's a pain in the butt to move it from the sewing desk to the cutting desk for the, like, I don't know, how long is this going to take me? 8 minutes? Not even. Let's see. It's currently 3:12 here. Let's see if I can get this done in 8 minutes or less. For some reason, I pulled the white first, so I'm going to cut the white. These are 54-inch straps before they get sewn. Plus a tick because high. Why not? Let's see. And then, yeah, they get like, so it's about a 52-inch strap finished. Give or take a little bit because high. Sometimes they get a little bit, like put a little bit further into the bag, or you need a little bit more space to do the fold over, or whatever happens, right? It's a strap. So we do our best. I do my best to have it the same length, but you know, just in case it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. 3, 3, 3, 3. And if you're all aghast at that, I am sorry. I am not perfect. I try to be. I am not. Actually, half the time I don't even try to be. It's just like, yeah. Let's do the best with what we have and the skills we have. Have the audacity of a white man. What is it? Like the stats of it are like, here, okay. The generalized stats, of course, because of course we're all on a different spectrum, whether you are male, female, etc. But the majority of women won't apply for a job, and then they're like, what is it, like 90% qualified, whereas a white man will apply for the job if he's like 60% qualified. So it's always like, have the audacity. So sometimes it's just good to have that little bit of a reminder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so there is all the white straps cut. Oh, shit. We need to do the... Okay, so here's our white straps. Woo, spaghetti straps. It's a jellyfish. Lynn's like, oh, God, what is going on over here? It looks very interesting. I don't know why he had an accent there, but whatever. I guess we'll lean into it. Whew. Just got chills. It's not actually very cold down here, but it's just like, ugh. It is also cold. Okay, shit. Where is the, there it is. Like, where's the pattern? Because I need the measurement for the actual little, like, D-ring doohickey. And yes, that is the professional term, the doohickey. The D-ring doohickey. Okay, there it is. We need 2.5 inches per, and we have 5. So 2 is 5 inches, 4 is 10 inches, so 5 is 12.5 inches. Okay, so 12.5, 10. No, please slice all the way through. Thank you. 10, 7.5. My brain just broke because I was like, what are you doing it backwards? 5. That didn't math. It totally mathed correctly. It's fine. We're all fine. My brain just wasn't for a moment. It's like, ah! Doohickeys. Very professional. Holy fuck. Okay. Get back on there, wedding. Roll, roll, roll. Roll, roll, roll. And grab the pin. Whoa, stop falling down. All the Kato drawstring things are like, hee, I'm gonna fall. So my vote for after Hanami is actually to get more of the Kato finished, I think. I know I said I should focus in on some drawstring bags, but small box bags, but I really do think we should just focus in on Kato and maybe even tote bags. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see where my boredom takes me after this, I guess. Because apparently, yeah. Okay. How many do we need? We need 8 black. Okay. So we just did 5 white. Now we'll do 8 black. And then we'll need to do all the little doohickeys again. And then we'll get out that fray check. And we'll fray check all our ends so that they don't unravel. Especially the ones that go through like the Blah-de-blahs, and the blah-de-blahs being the hardware. Again, that is the correct technical term. No, it's not. I am an unreliable narrator at best. Flynn agrees. He's down here like, oh God. And if you're like, Katie, where the fuck are you? I'm over at the cutting table. Please calm down. I am still here. Obviously, you can hear me on the mic. I am not upstairs messing around up there. I am actually cutting straps. Although you would never know. Oh, okay, so there's 4. I think we'll get 5, and then we're out of this next roll of webbing. Ding, ding, ding. We still have, there's still more on the rack. And I think, I'm like asking you, like you know, y'all know, but I'm pretty sure I restocked on black as well. 4, 5. Okay, so there's 5. Whee! 5. More jellyfish limbs. Okay, and then I'll pop the pin back over here so it doesn't drop down and stab me unceremoniously. Top up the coffee. Also need to chug more of that water probably, but that's a future Katie problem. Okay, come on. Come on, webbing. You're really tight on that wall. Holy crow. Okay. Whee! Okay. So that's 5. So this is now, I'm going to do 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Why does it look like the cat's gotten to it? He hasn't. Oh, there we go. Better. Okay. This is just like besmirchment, but it was just chalk dust or something like that. So we're good. Good, good, good. Come on. Lay flat, though. Thank you. Okay, there's the 54-inch mark. So that's 6. I guess it would help if I didn't actually twist the webbing as it came off the roll, too. I think that's part. Yeah, there we go. It's like not laying flat, and it's a mess. But who isn't a mess today? I'm sure someone in the world isn't, but that's not how it goes in this studio. Expect the mess, and then we won't be disappointed when it's messy. Although realistically, I am like beyond actually getting bored with what I'm making, which is not the best situation sometimes. It's an okay situation this time. Pushing me to get some of the stuff done that's kind of been hanging over my head, I guess. But yeah, I'm actually really surprised with how smoothly the sewing has been going this time. So I'm pleased with that at least. All right, so we need 8 little doohickeys here for the thingamabobbers, the D-rings. Again, extremely professional terms, obviously. We're only professionals over here. I'm going to use the tail end of that last webbing roll because I couldn't, there wasn't enough to do another strap, but we can definitely cut down for D-rings from this. And there we go. There's actually exactly 5 pieces of black webbing. You can see that that was the end there. It's not laying flat. And then we can get 3 of the new. So they all are nice and matchy, matchy. Matchy, matchy. Okay, so we need 7.5 inches then. There's 1 strap. And 2. Okay, so 2 cuts. 3 doohickeys. All right. Roll, roll, roll. Roll, roll, roll. Come on, roll, roll, roll. Roll, roll, roll. Yes. I like how we pared down for, well, I guess we did actually pare down quite a bit. It's like, I'm only going to do 5 or 6. And now we're committed to 13. Well, 8 brand new makes and 1 strap. Oh no. The horrors of everything. The horrors. That is sarcasm, by the way. It is not a problem. If anything, if it is a problem, it's a cat problem, which means it's not actually a problem. All right, let's fray check everything. And the white ones can dry, and then we can sew the black ones, and then we can swap the thread finally. It's like, just try to get as many things done as we can while the black thread's still in the machine. Although the cat did walk over my fucking bobbin thread the other day and like pulled it all the way up the stairs. So the next bobbin is like eensy weensy amount of thread. Just like, I know it was Flynn. There was no way it was Dahlia, because she doesn't like wander through the back of the machine. I don't know why, because she loves looking out the window. Speaking of which, where is she? I know she's alive, but I don't know where she is. Because I've definitely seen her since I came home. Okay. That bottle just needs to be recycled. Oh God. No, come here. And if you're like, why aren't you stitching the denim with black? Because I did it with white last time, and honestly, I think it showed up less than doing it with black. So that's what we're doing this time. All right. A little bit extra light never hurt anybody, especially with handwork. What I should probably do is go upstairs and actually put on the long sleeve shirt even under the sweatshirt. But I don't want to like break up the making. Like, get it the fuck done. As much as I'm making fun of myself for this amount of minis, I think we can get it done. Like, we've already decided on the fabrics and the exteriors and everything like that. The actual like prep of them now, even with the well pockets, is not that bad. If I don't get them all done, yeah, whatever. It's not a big deal either. Is it the end of the world? No. Will I be a step ahead for restocking for Dawson? Yes. Actually, speaking of not wanting to like disrupt stuff, I do need to go to the washroom soon. But let's fray check, and then I can go to the washroom, and that'll give the black like a couple minutes to chill. And then we can sew it. She also responded to my sister-in-law, but so childcare fell through, and then so I asked my other sister-in-law, and she's like, well, I've got friends coming down, but I'll let you know if anything changed. Stuff changed, and so now she's able to take the kids on Saturday, which makes my life significantly easier. So also they were super excited to come. And actually, well, okay, my eldest was actually super excited to come, so I'm like, oh, it's good. It'll be better for them anyway than seeing at a show, but yeah. I think the eldest should come to a show, but when Dallas is able to like pick them up afterwards or during or something like that. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so there's all the doohickeys done. No, wait, sorry, almost. One more. One more side, one more side. Doon, 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 doon. Okay, there we go. Now I do still have to pull the drawstrings on about half the kato, and I do still need to put the labels on them, but we are like cranking along on them. I have a feeling that the eldest is going to wake up fairly early again tonight, just because that's been the track record recently. Which means that we'll need to, or like maybe what I'll do is I'll just set up so that I can just pull drawstrings tonight once they wake up. Hopefully they go to bed earlier tonight. They'll have been at school all day, so I was going to make a pizza for us tonight, but then I realized we've got a crap ton of leftovers. So we're just going to do leftovers tonight, which makes my life extremely easy. Don't have to prep anything. And then tomorrow we'll do something easy as well. I think as much as I'm like, oh my God, we got to get through like more of these that we already have cut, I think we should also focus in on a small selection of Notions pouches for Dawson as well. I actually just saw a ridiculously adorable like coin pouch on YouTube today. So I'm, I know, right? But see this, so this is where the boredom pays off for me, is it pushes me to do some stuff that like I contemplate for a really long time. Do I still overcommit? 100%, even when I don't know if something's going to do well or not. But anyway, it's a super cute little like pouch. It's got like, so it snaps instead of zips, which in and of itself actually makes it a faster make in some ways. And it's just like, fuck yeah, I think that would be really cool. So we might do some of those too. I don't know. It'll still count under the pouch category, so maybe we'll do some like, I think we'll still do some zipper pouches. I think I'll still do some circular pouches, but like I don't have a lot of pouches right now. So I also, the other thing that I was doing yesterday, so this is actually where I got a little bit distracted and why it took me some time to like actually get into the groove of wanting to even sew, was I'm gonna start packaging the grime guards and scrunchies, which basically means they need a tag. But my whole debate was like, okay, so do I make a tag that has a hole in it, or do I make a tag that we can just like clip? Because I got a bunch of clips, like the chip strips, and I'm gonna try those. So I tried the hang tag that kind of has an opening so you could just hook it over top. Because my whole thing is, it's like you got to be able to take it off of the rack easily, right? So like all the small box bags hanging by their handles, the tote bags hanging by their handles, all of these hang by their handles. Or if it's a basket thing, it just baskets. But the grime guards don't stand out well, and like everyone's always like, it's one of those if you know situations, but even then it's kind of hard to tell like why, like what are they for? So I was like, okay, so let's actually make up a tag, because previously I was putting them in like plastic pillow boxes, but I don't, ugh. I think people like feeling it better. Again, we're very tactile people, especially fiber artists. So I was like, okay, there's like the little fold tags that go on scrunchies and stuff like that. Because I'm like, I also want to do that with the scrunchies. So let's do it with the grime guards. Nice continuity arc. So yeah, so fucking around with that with the Cricut, because I'm not going to manually cut them. I did get it figured out finally. So that's good. I need to find my stapler again though. It's like every time I need my stapler, I'll have seen it like 6 months ago. Maybe I actually was like thinking about it this time and put it with the stationery where it's supposed to fucking be. But I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's part of what I fucked around with yesterday. And I fucked around to find the luggage tag pattern and cut the pieces for that. And then we did some sewing. I think there's actually been more sewing today already than there was yesterday. Well, no, that's a lie, because I did sew all those together. I just didn't finish the front portions. By the way, my welt pocket experience definitely made those front vinyl covers so much easier to make, or like windows, the vinyl windows, which actually does boost my confidence to be able to do that, maybe even for a wallet. Although, yeah, I don't know, maybe that would be fun. I say that and then I went silent because I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. All right, there's the white ones. I'm gonna finish the white ones. Then it's wash and break. Grab some more cream for my coffee, I think. And then we'll come down and we'll crush these. Let's crush them. gently, in a way that they still can be used for the bags. And then what was the other thing I was just saying we should do? Notions pouches, but they don't need to happen for this weekend. But anyway, well, yeah, we'll get this. Oh, yeah, straps have to be sewn. Duh. Because I was like, I could swap my thread color now. No. That's why you're doing the straps, you dum-dum. Because then you're not cursing yourself tomorrow when you're like, I should have done this when the black thread was already on the machine. Because you know that that's exactly it. Now, obviously, with the mini traveler cuts, I will have to still swap back to the black, blah, blah, blah. But, like, that's fine, whatever. We need to get the white thread stuff done now, which includes the top stitching of pockets for the passport folders, because I fucked up my dimensions, which I kind of knew was going to happen because I didn't fold the the blur fabric properly, or enough. So on the next round, I'll make sure that we do fold it under the 1/2 inch and then still stitch it like it wasn't that. Honestly, I probably should just take a 1/2 inch off the fabric itself, or yeah, 1/2 inch off total, because then it wouldn't be like so, wouldn't diverge so much from the measurements. Anyway, we'll figure it out on the next round. I'm not worried about it right now because I can't be. I just gotta fix it right now. So, all right, washing break. If you need drinks, that's exactly what I'm doing as well. And then we'll be back to start straps and then to move on to passport folders, and then we'll work on the other 4 luggage tags that are sitting here waiting to be sewn together. All right, BRB. And we're back. At least I am. Okay. They're all drying. Those don't actually need to be sewn. They're kind of crunchy on the ends. Although I swear that Fray Check used to do a better job of like making sure that these didn't fray. But I think it fell prey to the enshittification that everything is right now. Feels like. If it isn't truly, it feels like it is. Because I feel like it might not work like it used to. In which case, I have zero idea what to do about it. So, oh well. Anyway, we can just, all I can do right now is like, basically, hope and dream. And yeah, just hope it works, I guess. Okay, where's my phone? My phone is here. And that's not what I need. I need notes. I'm like looking at the freaking thingamabobber. Okay. 3 with gold, 5 with black. 3 with gold, 5 with black. 3 with gold, 5 with black. Flynn's like, are you singing at me? No, kitty cat, sorry. 3 with gold, 5 with black. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, did I just... Oh, I got one too many, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I snagged 6, although that is kind of pretty impressive. Not kind of. It's pretty impressive. All right. Snag some clips here so that we can actually clip the straps. Nose is itchy. What the hell? All right. Now we don't give a fuck about that right now. All we need to do is this. Do hickey through the D-ring. Do hickey through the D-ring. Do hickey through the D-ring. You might call a D-ring tab. But here's a do hickey thing. Bum, bum, ba, dun, dun. Dun, na, 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 na. Alright, so there's all 5. Oh, I see what I'm missing. From the black is we actually need the sliders. Doop, 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 doom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Gold D-ring tabs, gold D-ring tabs, doom, 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 doom. Gold D-ring tabs, gold D-ring tabs, gold D-ring tabs. It's not that, and here's the thing, it doesn't matter because we're not going to use these until likely tomorrow. I don't foresee me getting through the majority of this work right now. I foresee us getting the passport folders done after this, and then this being the work that I work on off camera, well, on camera tonight and off camera tomorrow, basically. I can see us getting it all done before Hanami, because like we still have, I have a full day tomorrow where we're not going and doing anything. Like it's an iPad day for the kids. Hopefully in some ways it's shitty weather and then I don't feel guilty about not going outside. Isn't that terrible? Maybe we'll go to the park or something in the actually, yeah, go to the park in the morning at least because that'll help them run off their energy. But like today, it's wind gusts up to 48 kilometers per hour. Yeah, no wonder I was having a hard time having a run this morning. Jesus. But it's supposed to only be like +5 and cloudy tomorrow. So I don't know. It's supposed to be +15 and sunny on Friday, which is glorious. Yeah. All right. So we're going to make a strap. Strappity, strappity, strap. And through your slider, these are slightly bent. So this is going to be the right side or the top side that you're going to see. And if you only have one snap hook, it's extremely easy because you just work one end. The other end's going to be free. It's what's going to go into the bag. I shouldn't have pulled it that tight, but whatever, we'll deal. Anyway, so you pull it through. You put your snap hook, the end that your snap hook is on, goes back through on the, so right hand side, left hand side, when it's facing you. Take your end, put it through the left hand side, down and in, and then put it through what would have been the right hand side, the opposite side, and then that's your tail end to work with to sew. Your tail end to sew needs to be on the inside of your strap. So it should be the stopping point, and then everything else goes through your slider, basically. And then I'm going to, the one thing I do find that's nice about working with it when the fray check's a little bit damp is you can kind of feel where the fray check ends, and that's usually a good spot to fold the strap back. I throw one clip in, and then we're just going to chain piece these through the machine once I actually get it ready to roll. I find that don't pull this loop that's extra out, like don't pull it tight yet until you're done working the seam, because I find it easier to do it, to sew the portion without it like cinched up. Okay, tab or slider, right to left, snap hook through here, and if it's a swivel snap hook, it's not going to matter what way you put it on there. Flip, you're going to go back through the right hand side of the slider like this, and always make sure you've got enough room to work, because otherwise you're constantly fiddling with everything. And then you're going to put it like back through the other portion of it where it hasn't been before, and then fold it. And obviously, actually maybe we'll throw a zipper foot on here, because then I could actually get this closer to the thing. I usually just do it with the regular foot, but honestly a zipper foot would probably be better. I am going to pull that out a tick more, just because it is going to be easier to sew it no matter what foot I have on there. Because now when we go to sew it, we got to jam this slider basically under the foot. But there's two done. Okay, I want all the, there's a little bit of a different texture between the two strappings. So I want to make sure that all the gold ones have the new straps, new webbing. Hi cat, please do not knock that laptop off. I will be upset if you do. Okay. Hey buddy, how are you? He's like purr, purr, purr. I purr, I purr, I purr, purr, purr. Purr, 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 purr. Window, window, window. Don't pull the thread, please, sir. Thank you. I appreciate your effort to not pull the thread. All right. So, did not leave myself enough to work with here for distance. There we go. Fold under, fold under, fold under. And then I don't do any fancy technique to finish them or anything like that. I just do a bunch of front and back stitching to get it settled, basically. So, good. All right, next. Strap, 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 strap. Okay, and then make sure that nothing is twisted. This currently is twisted, but now is the time to fix it. Super easy. I'll just put this end back in. This is a benefit to it not having two snap hooks on it, is it's very easy to like mess around with it. Although adding the second strap hook is no big deal. Basically, it's exactly here with the slider, but you're just doing this. You would take this and you would do a fold over on the snap hook on this end as well. So basically you would just put it in, fold it, clip it. There's one end of your strap, and then there's your other adjustable end of your strap as well. Super straightforward. We are not doing that today, so we don't need to worry about it. But yeah, we're going to swap to the zipper foot because I do feel like that's going to get us an easier time because we won't have quite so much bulk around the sewing foot. So one, two, three, four. Ooh, that wind got my hands. My hands have dried out the last few days, and now they just look gross. Very, very gross. Okay, there we go. Now, we're going to fold it up, fold it up, fold it up and in, up and in, up and in. Okay. Almost got them already. 3 more to go. Only 3 to go. All right, back through, back under. There we go. I didn't leave myself enough space again. Surprise. Here's how you make a strap. I keep messing up myself. That's okay. It's not like it's not easy to like adjust it as needed. So there we go. Okay, that's a little bit too close to the end there. No, with the zipper foot we should be fine. We'll try to be fine. If I have to adjust it, I have to adjust it like really. It doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter. All right. What does matter is there's a very slight curve to these sliders. So I do have to make sure that they like, that's a little bit of slight curve is going to actually sit on the shoulder instead of being not sitting on the shoulder properly or nicely. Oh, good word. Okay, we're good. Okay. Through. On. Through and down. Okay, zipper foot. Now the question becomes, where the fuck is my zipper foot? I think it's up where all my other feet are, but you know, I don't normally use my zipper foot, so we usually just raw dog it with the regular foot for zippers. Actually, I wonder if that's part of what would change the whole interior of the mini traveler sling, is if we had less zipper showing, which could be achieved by actually swapping to the zipper foot. And since we do chain piece everything, we could try that with this next set. Again, the royal we, me, myself, and I, and all of you, obviously yelling your support at the TV being, or computer, the screen, being like, yeah. Or calmly crafting. I hope you have your favorite beverage of choice. There we go. There's all the straps ready to get sewn. Yeah. I prefer that you're having a nice chill crafting moment today on this meh Wednesday. It feels, okay, I almost said Thursday there. It feels like Thursday and I don't know why. It is not Thursday. Thank fuck. Can you imagine? Well, I wouldn't be streaming right now if it was Thursday. So, yeah. I don't know what that's in there for. Alrighty. One of these should be the zipper foot. Okay, those are not. That's for the other shiz. That is a feed dog for the bias binding thing. I think this is a top stitch foot, but I can't remember. This is technically, it's a vinyl foot, but the Teflon foot I did find significantly easier to use. This is another fancy foot that is not the zipper foot either. I don't remember what that is either. And then here is the right and left zipper foots. We're going to use this one, the right zipper foot, because then the needle, there is no bulk against the hardware. yeah, that's what we're going to go with. And if that turns out that that works really well, and well, I'm going to drop it just in the drawer here along with the Teflon foot and like the needles and the extra bobbins, blah, 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 that I always have to have on hand anyway, so. Excuse me. My hands got cold this morning and they haven't warmed up. Brr. Okay. Move those over here because they are for later. Okay. Here's our nice tidy little stack of mini travelers, and here's our stack of luggage tags. Okay, and then I'm gonna turn on the neck light as well because it's getting a little bit darker as whatever's blowing in is blowing in. Swap the foot. I think we haven't used the zipper foot a lot, especially on this, because it does not provide the same pressure as the regular foots, and that might be to its detriment. I'm not 100% sure. But I feel like that's why we haven't. Whatever. We'll try. Okay. So the trick that I always find with the feet here is to like tighten it down as much as possible. And then like set the arm into the foot so that it's nice and straight. Because that's the one thing, is it's like making sure it's straight. Okay. We don't need that, and we don't need that right now. I'm gonna pop one pair of snippy snips over there. We don't need the shears right now. We don't actually need, well, we better not need the seam ripper. We won't need that until we're done this portion. Don't need that. We can just kind of sweep that off, and we don't need the ruler for now. Actually, I don't think we need the ruler until quite a bit later, if at all, for this project. Okay, anyway, so here is the real test. I've got the clip on the wrong side. I think this will work. I think this will work. If I take the clip out, does it work? So far. So far, so good. So far, so good. Get flat. No. Okay. It does have to come a little bit further out than that. It still will be tighter on the harder than the regular foot, at least. Okay. I think. Okay. Don't catch the upper. Don't catch the upper. Don't catch the other part of the webbing. Just the straight back and forth, please. I know I said that I chain piece these, but obviously, oh shit, and it was too long anyway. So let's try it from this side. Maybe from the not bad. Not the ease I was expecting. There we go. That's where I'm at with it right now. There we go. Honestly, if I had a stiletto here as well, that would be also easier probably. There we go. Haha, success. And we are at a construction length now. There we go. Yay! I think that was easier. That is a massive question mark. I don't know if it's easier or not, but we'll pretend it was. Yay! Yay? Question mark. That's where it's at. Yay! Maybe. Okay. Anyway, let's see if that flows nicely. Yeah, this is part of why I want it tighter in, is that then when you're adjusting the strap, the under portion doesn't consistently pull out. Anyway, strap done. Yay! I don't even know what kind of hands those are. Some sort of hands. Yeah. Sew it from the side that it's folded on. Sew it from the side that it's folded on. There we go. That one worked better. Must just be out just the right amount from the hardware. Because here's the thing. The hardware's like rectangular. So you have to shove it underneath it somehow. I wonder how they do it in like the factories and stuff like that when they make straps in factories. I wonder if there's a YouTube video of that. I'd love to see it. Fuck. Chain piece at Katie. Goddamn chain piece. Chain piece, chain piece, chain piece. Good. Those are better. Yay. The other one, oh. Here's how you put on the foot. And now it's falling off. What? You wiggle and jiggle off after 2 freaking straps. My God. There's no way to get that on there tighter. So if it falls off again, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Chain piece, chain piece, chain piece. Chain piecing. Chain piecing. Yes, I'm going goblin mode. Shh. No, I do not like having my face that close to my machine. Ugh. Because it's like, this is moving right in front of my face. Disturbing. Disturbing. Also, terrible for my neck. And my shoulders. And everything that I went to physio for last year. Because I finished 100 small box bags before Knit City. And gave myself a neck spasm. Yay! Repetitive stress injuries suck. Okay, there we go. Yay! There's enough tension on it to get it to stand up. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Push. I won't say it until afterwards, but because I don't want to jinx myself. But there is something I'm thinking about the thread right now, and I'm hoping it is true. Back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. Yay! Push through. 3 more straps, 3 more straps, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 more straps. Yay, yay. Glad I decided to do them now. Like I said, I know we're going to have to swap back to the black thread for like, for finishing up some of the stuff for the minis, but whatever. Different steps. May as well do these prelim steps while I still have black thread in. That's where I'm at. If you've been watching for a while or you're new, I will repeat myself again. I hate swapping threads. I could just sew everything with white or black, one color. I would be far happier. I cannot. And this is coming from the girl who used to like meticulously try and match my top stitch thread to like the color of the fabric. I no longer do that. And that's fine. To go into like production mode, there's a few things that had to like shift, and changing colors as often was one of the first things that had to shift. It's like, nope, nope, nope. That was cranky. That was cranky. Nope, nope, nope. Yay! Yay! Straps are done. All right, so what I was like a little bit concerned about there is I was like, this bobbin has been like going for a really long time. It's like the never-ending bobbin. How much is left on it? Oh, actually a significant amount. Well then, I'll take it. Especially since it's now time to swap to white. Now it is time to swap to white. Dun, 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 dun. And since this one's already been clipped off, it just goes in there now too. And then this one pops on there so that it's handy. And then the thread goes underneath. White bobbin in the machine. In the machine, in the machine. All right. Black spool off. Black spool off. It's on the floor. If I freak out, because I'm like, where the fuck did it go? It's on the floor. On the floor, on the floor, on the floor. Now we're going to be that dedicated and get the white straps sewn right now too. Yes, because as much as I hate swapping thread, I hate swapping feet even more. Damn it. Oh, I think that actually did. It was definitely less painful than previous strap sewing. Not that strap sewing's ever been a big issue, except for maybe on the big runs of polypropylene. But yeah. Actually, do I want to? No. Yes. No. Do I need to? Yes. I'm like, do I actually need to sew the white straps right now? But no, I should sew the white straps right now because then we're just ready to go when the minis are ready to smash together. And actually, as soon as we do that and swap back to the regular foot, we could sew a strap into the Myco bag and have that one done and dusted. But you're always like, why are you like trimming the very end of your thread right when you're putting it in? So I can thread my needle easier. Or at least it's in hopes that I can thread my needle easier, I guess. That's the theory that we're sticking to. It will be a little bit easier here because there is no guard. Or at least that's what I tell myself. Yeah, it is easier. Alrighty. Down, 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 down. Pull up the bobbin thread. Yay! Okay, what do we have for white? White, 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 white. There. And the last of the coffee's in the cup. Where'd my white straps go? There's my white straps. Was it like 3 black and 3 gold? 2 black, 3 gold? Something like that. Let's see. 5 white, 3 gold, 2 black. Okay. So 2 more snap hooks, 2 more these, 2 more black D-rings, and then 3, and 3 gold. Are these actually gold? No, I don't think so. I hope not. Well, for the price I'm paying for them, they're not actually gold. They're gold colored. I don't know why I feel like I need to disclaim that, but here we are. That clip literally just broke. I thought it actually broke coming off of the last one, but it wasn't showing that it broke, so that's not a surprise. 1, 2, 3. I'm like, oh God, where did they go? 4. Oh yeah, it's butterfly season at the zoo now. So it's warmed up enough that they've started importing the butterflies again. This is important because the butterflies are one of my eldest's favorite spots in the zoo. So was very pleased because I was like, I think the butterflies should be open now. And lo and behold, they were. It's pretty awesome. I like the butterfly garden as well. It's just like nice and chill. And then actually it was really cool because we went in the like at the beginning of the day, morning, our trip to the zoo. And there was a chrysalis, just like a butterfly just coming out of the chrysalis. They were like maybe a quarter to a third of the way out. And so I was like, okay, cool. We'll watch it for a little bit and then we'll go back and like walk around, go see the tigers because the tigers are past the butterflies, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll come back and we'll like see how far they are out of their chrysalis when we get back. And they were quite a ways out. Well, maybe half again. So that was cool to see. And there's a very gracious zoo volunteer there. The kids were able to ask a bunch of questions too and stuff like that. So they were very patient with them. It was super cool. I know that's their job, but still super cool. And then the penguins were super active, which was neat. I don't think I've seen the penguins that active before, but apparently they just finished their molt, which they would be more active after their molt, and that makes sense. At least that's what I got told by the volunteer, because the king penguins were actually in the water, which I've never seen in any of our trips to the zoo right now. So that was cool. And they've just finished. There's a lot of construction actually going on right now. So there's like, they're redoing the snow leopard area. I don't know if they're keeping the snow leopards. The snow leopard is currently still at the zoo, but I don't know if they're remaining at Calgary Zoo. And they're over in the cougar enclosure in Canada. And it's like, well, you're not a cougar. But yeah, I didn't realize. So they've been talking that they're going to do this whole revamp of this Exploration Asia area, which makes sense. It is one of the older parts of the zoo. And so the enclosures are of the older style. So definitely, like, it's a reno that needed to happen and is like, yeah, this makes sense. But yeah, they've completely torn out the whole of the like snow leopard, or they're currently tearing out the whole of the snow leopard enclosure at the zoo. And I'm like, okay. So, and our macaques are gone. They went to another zoo. I can't remember, but they're not, as far as I know, they're not coming back. Anyway, sorry. So what I was going to say is that they've just done a big reno of the zebra area as well. Now the cranes have their own like area, which is super nice for them. And actually a volunteer I was chatting with is saying that they're going to do Asia, and then they've got a bunch of plans to do more work in the Africa area as well, which is really interesting. But a lot of it was like completed just around or just before the floods in 2013, or had been built and then needed to be revamped after the floods in 2013. So like I think the current iteration of it has been around for about 20 years. And then so a lot of the revamps have been still another like decade plus. So feels like probably what happened is sponsorship contracts just rolled over. So it's likely that they've gotten some new donors or something like that so they can get some extra funds to do the work. I'm excited to see though. I hope they keep the snow leopards though. They're like one of my favorite things okay. Tigers are my number one thing at the zoo. And then snow leopards, I think. The red pandas are always really cool to see at this one too, because they're always super active. Or if they're not, they're like sleeping up in the tree or something like that, which is also super cool to see. All right, so once I get these straps sewn, I know I said I was going to go on to luggage tags, but I want to move on to the passport folders and get them stitched and finished. And then, because luggage tags will be easy to do after kiddos are home. We're 100% leaning into TV daycare this week. So they'll come we'll come home after preschool and they can go. And honestly, I don't feel bad about it after preschool because they have interacted with people all day. Their brains are also going to be tired. So it's insane, though, the feeling of mom guilt, because it's like I spent all day with them yesterday, right? Like, or at least in the morning, blah, 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 blah. And then we got home and I like sent them outside by themselves. And I felt so guilty for sitting here and sewing while they were outside by themselves. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, we had a really good day together, so I don't know why. And like, I spent a lot of time with them. I don't know why I'm feeling guilty about this in particular, but it's just insanity. Oh, chain piece, Katie. Chain piece. Plus, it's like, I will go outside with them in future. It's not like I'm not going to, but we're in push season right now, or at least show push right now, so I gotta talk down that guilt a little bit. It's like, oh God. Oh well. What is it? It's not even another week until Dawson. God, it's just over a week till Dawson Creek. So yeah, it's definitely, we are in full crunch time. So I can go outside with them after Dawson. And on Monday, because I'm going to meet up with a friend and we're going to go for a walk. Because they're not in school, so. Chain piece, Katie. Not happening apparently. My brain's refusing to remember that detail. Such a tiny little detail. Okay, come on. Unclip. Thank you. Chain piece, chain piece, chain piece, chain piece. The feed dogs don't like this webbing as much. It's wild. Chain piece, chain piece, chain piece, chain piece. 3 more straps. 3 more straps. Doon, doon, doon. Doon, doon, doon. Chain piece, chain piece, chain piece. One more strap. One more strap. Oh yeah, I'm almost done Phantasma, which means I will move on to listening to Enchantra, which other members of the book club have said that they've really enjoyed, so that's good to hear. And it was from the member who was like, I feel like it could be just a carbon copy of the first book. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. And a valid worry, because it could be, but apparently she really liked it. So I'm like, all right. And I'm like, re-listening to this. I'm picking up on some stuff that I didn't pick up in my first listen. Surprise. And I have a feeling I kind of know who's going to be involved in the next book. So that's kind of cool. At least I hope I'm right. We'll see. We'll see if I am. I'll let you know if I'm right without spoilering. So. All right. It's like, that's the screwdriver. We need to change the foot. No, that was not the screwdriver. So, there is all the straps ready. I'm going to swap out the zipper foot back to the regular foot. We will do luggage tags tonight, which means that we will also be swapping the regular foot out to the Teflon foot for the vinyl later. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. What am I doing? Right. Dinner is leftovers tonight. Because we have a bunch of leftovers that need to be eaten. Actually, we have mashed potatoes and tortellini and like a rice and chicken dish and some other noodles. So I'll figure out exactly what everyone wants. I think I know what the two kiddos want. Our youngest really likes mashed potatoes, and I cannot blame them. Mashed potatoes are so good. Yeah. Okay, that was Velcro he was messing around with yesterday, so I can just pop back over here. More coffee. What time? Oh yeah, I gotta finish this if I want to finish it, because honestly, otherwise it'll be too late. Honestly, it's probably already too late, but whatever. I am committed to my previous overcommittal. All right. So I did go in and I've measured all of these based on their fabric to make sure. Basically, what needed to happen is I needed to make sure that we weren't taking up too much of the card slots, because the card slots have to fit a card. If I take up a little bit more of the passport folder, I'm not as concerned because the passport's still going to fit in there, but blah, 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 whatever. You don't care. Let's just get them sewn. Anyway, so yeah, so they're moved in the amount that they need to be moved in without being a hindrance to anything, hopefully. Who knows? I think one of them was not a big deal. But like I said, what I'll do is, since this is basically like 3/4 of an inch, I think, I'll just make sure that we are taking in what we have to do is take in this twill amount so that everything evens up better next time. Which is in the pattern. It's because I didn't follow the pattern, because I changed up that we have a lining for the pocket, because I fucking hate unfinished pockets. It's like, no, you may not have an unfinished pocket or an unfinished zipper edge. It doesn't bother me in the mini traveler slings as much. I think mostly because the zipper is quite a bit larger. But like with this, it just feels flimsy. And I'm like, I don't want you to feel flimsy. So adding the lining in is just adding some extra like body to the folder. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Who knows? Maybe I'll get to the end of these and I'll be like, oh, I fucking hate this. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't finished any of them yet. Okay. But all of these do... Oh, no. Damn it. Apparently, it wasn't clipped at the top. Or the clip got shoved off. Who knows? Cat might have taken it off. I don't know. A cat. Like a meow meow cat. Okay. Get it done, get it done, get it done. And yes, I'm going to trim down this twill as well because, I don't want that hanging around while we're sewing. Ding, 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 ding. Schmack. Ding, 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 ding. You need to be out of the way. You need to be out of the way. Boom, boom. Okay, this is the only one that hasn't apparently been fixed. It's the first one, but it hasn't been swapped. But it's basically assembled, so what we're going to do is we're just going to justify it to the exterior edge right there, because this is the one that's also the most egregious in its lack of pocketing, or in its, yeah, like look at that. It's so far up. This is when I was like, ah, shit. Shit balls, we're gonna need to move it. Okay, I need another clip just to clip the exterior out of the way so that we can just sew the pockets, and then we'll go in and trim everything apart, and then we'll go and sew everything together, and everything will be happy. Happy, happy, happy. Great, great. This away, thank you. Plunk. Anyway, it has been torture realizing that I need to do this in the middle of having all the black thread in the machine, because I'm like, I can't stitch this Seigai pattern with black thread. No. Sometimes some of the light fabrics can get away with, like, some of the dark fabrics can get away with a light color. Sometimes the light fabrics can get away with a dark color. No, not in this case, obviously. So here we are, getting them sorted out now. Everything's fine. Everyone survived. All good things. All good things. I hope these are a hit because it's like, again, they're a boredom. I'm bored with what I was working on, so let's get something done that's been bothering me since like, what, November? Yeah, because I prepped these for Heritage Park, and I was like, I'm going to get them done for Heritage Park. Oh, no, that's right. This wasn't for Heritage Park. This was for those 2 shows in November where I got so sick. That's right. Okay. And that's part of why they, yeah. Bad memories. Let's blame it on that. It was bad memories. I was like, ugh. Don't need to bring that up again, probably. Anyway. Here we are. They're getting finished. Who cares? They're getting finished. Finished. I don't know why everything is to the tune of changes right now, but I guess it must just be the spring weather. Spring weather. Weather. All right, kitty. Get it together. Get it together. Get it together. Chill out. Okay, so that is set up with its pen loop and all of that, and now we're going to take the shears and we're going to trim it down. There. I'm like, where are my shears? I know they were on the sewing desk when we started today. What the hell happened there? Okay. You're going to make sure that they more or less line up top to bottom. More or less line up. Oh, yeah, there we go. Right, because this can move up and down. It just can't move side to side. There we go. That's, Traitorous clip. Anyway, that's better. Good God. Okay. Good. Good. What I need to do, this needs to actually be clipped here. And then we need to open the zipper. Opening the zipper would be good. And yes, I'm whispering about it because why not? Okay, there we go. Now, realistically, I could just stitch this from the top here and we wouldn't need to worry about it because I just, yeah. And what I've done for the turning is we're going to start on this end and then we're going to leave this as a turning opening for after, right? Because then we can top stitch the whole thing. Yeah. Then we'll top stitch the whole thing and it'll all be good, I think. I hope. Because at the same time, yeah, no, that'll be fine. Because I just realized that this won't be stitched. Okay. So then maybe what I do instead is I flip the pocket out of the way. Yeah, okay. Flip the pocket out of the way. Fold it up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Basically fold it out of the way and then just flip-flop it so that we're not stitching it at all. And then stitch it. Yeah, okay, so we stitch it now. Yes. Go back down, because yeah, then this will be the turning seam. Because that's partly why she doesn't have a pocket here, I think, is that then it's like, then you don't have, like, this is the turning. But I think this is, I still stand by this is better. And then we can tack it down this last little bit that's like going to be missed up here so that it's flat afterwards. Okay. Right? Because then it still lays flat, right? Flat enough. Flat enough. flat enough, flat enough. Yeah, and then we can still tack it down across the zipper once everything is sewn, but for now we just flip-flop it back and forth so that it doesn't get sewn, which does mean that we want to sew this from the back side so that I can flip-flop the pocket so it's not in our way. All right, get out of here, Twill. And I really do actually need to set an alarm or else I'm totally going to blow past my time for child pickup. Okay, we need a 5 p.m. alarm. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Just because that gives me time to get upstairs, like settled, upstairs, done. Alrighty. Open up, open up, open up. Doom, doom. And then we roll this out of the way. Yeah, and then what I'll do is no, we'll roll it out of the way. We'll stop here and go around, and then it's gapped here, so we'll go around, and then what I'll do is I'll just kind of do a finish stitch. That's fine. Okay, just ease up there a little bit so that there's like actual, because there was a little bit of folding there. All right, let's start up here. Let's start on this side of the zipper where it is pockets, and then she wants you to do it at that amount of seam allowance. I'm gonna back stitch over the actual like pocket edge because that will be a high stress area. Blah 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 blah. Okay, the twill is a little bit stretchy this way, so we'll just kind of ease that in so that we're not ending up with too much of a pucker down at the bottom here. Try and get all of, I know that we've top stitched or stitched the card pockets in such a way that they should be fine, but just add some extra reinforcement there. Okay, and then where's the pocket edge over here? The pocket edge is right there. Over it, and then I'm going to fold this back right here. Double stitch, like back stitch over top of that zipper. Okay, that's the passport pocket edge. We just back stitched over, and then that feels like the, oh no, we're still a little bit away. It's not quite squared up on that corner. That's fine. Okay, and then up here on this clip is where the pen loop is. So we definitely want to also do that. Okay, now I can see that this is where the, there we go. Okay, there, I feel the pen loop there. We'll back stitch that as well, because high, and the flap. And I definitely did not do that at the right seam allowance, so we'll probably just go back in and do another row. That's fine. There we go, now we're back to the top. And across to the zipper again. Whee! And we'll see how egregious everything is and what I need to correct. Okay, there we go. Now, I think all things considered, especially for hacking the pattern, we did pretty good. I do think I need to do one more row. Oh no, we're good, I think. Oh, that whole passport area got caught. I think the front got caught. Yep. Coolio. All right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to lay this down flat. And we're going to just stitch it. We're going to add an extra line of stitching right here for the zipper so it's closed. There's no gapping, same as what we do with the small box bags. And then we're going to go in and trim down the zipper like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. La 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 la. There we go. Also just clean up any like discrepancies. I have discrepancies? Shocking. Okay, and then we're going to trim down these corners a little bit so that the bulk isn't so bad in the corners. Don't normally do this, but in this case with the thicker twill and stuff like that, probably necessary. I'm also going to trim down this excess seam right there. Okay. Garbage. Chug, chug, chug the All right, moment of truth time. Let's make sure that like I installed the Velcro on the right side. I double checked that, but like that was the one thing I was like, oh God, I don't know. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Doom, 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 doom. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And actually we gotta double check because I did change the dimensions of the passport flap. So like I've committed for this batch, but I want to make sure that it actually looks good. Because I made one for us. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it for us. I might make us a different one, but I did make one as a prototype. There, I made a prototype one, not necessarily for us, but just to make sure like the pattern mostly worked. Blah 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 blah. And all that jazz. And I did not like how large the like flap was for the actual thing. But this is looking better. And then the other thing we have to do is I need to do a line of stitching down there. So I don't know. I guess we're going to end up with a white line in the middle of the twill, but whatever. It's fine. No one freak out. Where the hell is my fucking pusher thing that I literally just had? Oh, stick! Sticky, 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 sticky! Here, sticky, 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 sticky! Okay, here's the tool I should actually be using for these corners. Oh, there's the chopstick. Oh, whatever. It is essentially a chopstick. It's a tube turner, but essentially what's in the tube turner is a chopstick. No, this needs to be pokier. This needs a pokier poker. Woo. Like this. Like this. Boop. Okay, carefully though, because we also don't need to like poke a hole in the corner. That is the scary part of this turning tool sometimes. There, I think we're good. Oop. No holes, no holes, no holes. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay, and then we're going to do this side. Right there. Yeah. No holes, no holes, no holes. That's the goal. That's the goal. There we go. Okay, so let's lay the pocket flat. It's supposed to go underneath there. It will help once we actually get it stitched. I don't want to close it yet, though. Doom, 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 doom. Okay. Oh yeah, and we are going to go in and top stitch because that zipper, then that helps hold this zipper here instead of it flip-flopping out like that. Okay. And actually folding this up first is going to be good anyway. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks better. That's way better than the one I made for us. Sweet. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. Yeah, so that does need to be stitched so it doesn't flop out of there as much. And then if we stitch it as well, we're going to end up with a nice like fold line essentially is what it does. Oh, it looks good though. And then we're going to definitely go in with a leather tag on the back here and pop it onto like right there, I think. Fuck yeah. Because the other place we could actually put it on the we could put it over the Velcro line. And then you wouldn't be able to see the Velcro. Although then you're touching it constantly. I don't know, that might be a sensory thing. I don't know if I like that. Be very nice and prominent on the front. I will poll some people about that. Good, that's installed well. So there's a pen holder here. Like this. And then I think this is intended for a mini pen or like a golf pencil or something like that. Yeah, definitely, because you can't fold it over that. But full pen loop there. And that's actually, I guessed, based on the Bic pen. That feels really good. It slides in and out smooth. How does the Sharpie do? It's a little bit fatter. Yeah, that's the benefit to the elastic. And I'm a little bit like, oh, there we go. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, so I should get some branded pens for these. Oh God. But anyway, won't be able to do that for this weekend. But I was a little bit like, okay, well this flap's really like long, but once you add the pen in, it takes up that extra length without it being egregious. Sweet. And then the next question is does a card and a passport fit in here? I don't have any cards here right now, but that does look like it would fit a card. Let's go. Let me go grab. Oh God. Oh, let's go. Upstairs. Come with me. Let's go upstairs and grab my wallet or something. Oh yeah, I've got my, I got some non-identifiers down up here, so. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh no, my library card. Okay, let's see if these fit. Oh shit, I should have grabbed our fine, I'll grab the passports too. Right, because I wanted to check to see. God, I run so much and I still am like, oh God, stairs. Anyway, passports. Because what I also wanted to test was whether I could fit 3 into one pocket or not. Oh no, where are our passports? Oh, there they are. Under paperwork, of course. Hi, Flynn, I hear ya. Okay. I have returned with all the goodies. All right. Good. Yay! And we got room for top stitching. Good. Does it fit the Ikoka as well? Although actually I'm thinking that we'll probably end up doing digital next time. But yeah, there we go. My little card case holder for like just tapping through. All right. 1. Oh. Oh no. Shit. What happened there then? I think this one did end up going a little bit smaller, maybe. But that doesn't fit the... Fuck. God damn it. Do these then? Or do I need to go in and like... Okay, so where do they end up on this one? Fuck me. Not in a good way either. No, so this one's fine. This one's just too small. Shit. Because that's not even like an even fold. Because this, well, let's go for a smaller seam allowance on this side. That one's actually overlapping the frickin' zipper is what's the problem. I guess what I could do is I could reopen the, we could reopen up the passport thing because it's not finished yet. And just do it this way. And be like, this is for 1 or 2. Anyway, let's see how many can stack in here. Because that hasn't changed, just obviously the height. Fuck me, that sucks. Why do I only have 3 passports? I thought I brought 4. Yeah, we can fit 6 in here. Because it can go 3 and 3 when it's tall enough this direction. I think that's mostly because the... Oh yeah, look at how much smaller it is than this cut. And I did notice that this 90s, this floral fabric was actually less wide. So I trimmed it down to match. And obviously shouldn't have. Yay. Okay, well. Fuck me. That's annoying. That's annoying. That's annoying. Doom, doom, doom. I'll figure out what the hell I'm doing with it later. I guess I could do like, yeah, okay, so maybe we'll do, because you could realistically put a passport in. Because here's the thing. This is as much as I'm like, I want to do a singleton passport as well, your boarding pass is still pretty much this length. So now, so you could do phone, I guess. And if I do like a high passport, this could be like another card pocket. Yeah, okay. Annoying, but salvageable. I just have to redo this pocket here and move it up so that it can get stitched like maybe. So if I'm putting another card slot thing here, which is like, why do you need so many card slots? But whatever, I'm not going to judge. And then you'd be able to like stitch this right here, and you would still have room for 3 passports, maybe even 4 if I make the stitch line tall enough, just not separated like this, which is nicer. And then yeah, and then there's room for like your phone and your boarding passes on the other side, or just your phone. Because realistically you could do that there, or you could also slip your passports in here too. Okay, a disaster but salvageable, I guess. Ugh, that's annoying. Okay, I am going to ignore that one for right now. Oh, there's the 4th passport. Haha, there is 4 passports. Just had one tucked away somewhere else. Okay. Good. Let's stitch the pocket. Actually, let's open up the pocket and then stitch the pocket. Do we put the leather on the tab? That is the next question, and I don't know yet. Okay, I'm gonna leave it laying this way, and we're just gonna stitch it here. I'm like, I was just gonna keep going, but no. Don't do that, Katie. Gotta leave your turning hole. The birth channel. Neither of those sound good. I know. Okay, and then we'll close up that little bit left over when we go in to actually put the exterior on. Okay, so we're gonna put the next exterior on and test this again, because obviously the first one fucked up. Okay. Okay, so go there, go here, clippy, snippy. No snipping, actually, we just need to clip. Okay, so I'm going to actually clip it this way because we're sewing twill down so that we can flip-flop the pocket back and forth. Align, please. Nope, go this way. Thank you. All right. I think that's this one. That looks right. That's what it's lined to. Don't know why. Not clipping both. There's the halfway line for the next flippy flappy. Okay, so here's all 3 pieces of elastic and all 3 blurs, flippy flappies. At least with that one, even though yes, it's a disaster, we know that this is all correct now. Now the next question is which way did I actually put this on? When it's getting installed, it gets laid down with the flap like this. Right, I think. I hope. I think that's how it goes. Gonna hope for the best, because now I can't remember. I know the elastic goes here. La 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 la. Okay, that is the wrong way for that clip, because once it gets flipped down, it's going to go opposite direction so that we can just pull it off while we're stitching. Okay, we are just going to do these one at a time, since this is why sometimes it takes me a long time to develop new products, because honestly, every single one has a learning curve. So, we are currently on the learning curve for the passport folder, obviously. And so it's just like, yeah. Need a little bit of time. Sometimes they come together really good. Sometimes they come together like the luggage tags. It's like, fuck yeah. And then sometimes this happens. So who knows? 50-50 pretty much. Okay, I'm actually going to fold these in half and just clip them onto the little twill packages we got here going on. Because then all I have to do is like line up the halfway points with the other two folders. I totally thought that we would completely have these done by the time I went to pick up the kids. That is not what is happening because I have 5 minutes until my alarm goes off. Yay. But I will come back home and these will be what I come to first. And then I'm going to move on to the mini traveler slings and I'm going to assemble the fronts hopefully before bedtime. And then after that, I will move on to the whole welt pocket assembly line. And that'll be the next step after that. Anyway, why I focused in on that for just a moment is the fact that now I don't have to worry about losing those itty bitty tiny little pieces of elastic that are on there. Because they are itty bitty. And what I'm worried about is that the kids will like snag them and drag them. Well, that side didn't get stitched. Okay. We'll fix that afterwards. That's fine. Alrighty, let us go around here. I think we'll start over here. Start over here. Okay, so what I need to do in future is exactly what I do with the small box bags, and leave a stitch line for the pocket so that we can still catch the exterior fabric, but we're not catching the interior pocket fabric. And then we finish it all afterwards because obviously this isn't lined up perfectly either. So there we go. Isn't it also just the thing of like, all right, let's go dive headlong into a brand new pattern and already make modifications. Yay! Look at us go. But hey, we've done it. We're good. Okay, backstitch there a little bit. Turn. Why are you so stretchy? These would actually probably be better if I lined them in denim as well. No, never mind. Twill is basically a light denim. Never mind, I'll shut up. No, my thread. Oh, well, at least I randomly backstitched there. All right, sure, go off. Why did you break? There wasn't even anything to break there or break over there. I could understand if you broke over the zipper. But why did you pull out there? Maybe it's time to change the needle, actually. I love how I'm like going down from like 20 passport folders to 4 passport folders to 3. Yay. Oh well, maybe I will try and get that pocket redone. If I get it redone, we can just, then at least it's still available. Especially if you've been looking forward to getting the anime florals. But hopefully it's the only one that does that, because I will be extremely annoyed if it's not the only one that does that. Please be the only one. Please be the only one. Please be the only one that needs extra TLC. Everything else, please just go smoothly. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right, got that lovely pen loop in there. And go down and turn. Almost back to the beginning. There we go. Yay! All right, we made it all the way around. We are going to trim down the zipper because why not? There we go. We are committed. It is in. I'm not tearing out the whole thing. We'll do modifications, but we're not tearing out the whole thing. Okay, this side does need to have its pocket restitched because it didn't get stitched. Didn't get stitched. There we go. Now it's gotten stitched. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Which side? This side, the boarding pass side. So we're gonna just run it over here. Oh God. The alarm. I have an alarm coming up. Always fucking terrifies me. All right. Yes, that is the get the kids alarm. That does not mean that I am not going to turn this. It's like the pre-alarm. I could have snoozed it. Should have snoozed it. But let's just trim down all that nonsense. And this, ooh, this card pocket excess. And then up, 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 up. Clip. And then turn, 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 turn. Let's see if I'm losing my mind with this. Or if we are actually good, we might be just fine. Boom, 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 boom. Please be just fine. So just fine being that we can actually fit the, like, the purpose of these folders in their proper folders, i.e. the passports fit before the zipper. And that I put this fucking Velcro flap. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, good. Put it on the right side. Yay, I did it. Okay, so I at least did that. So now, let's get everything mostly pushed out. Or all the way pushed out. Mostly. Because, realistically, I just need one full flap. I don't need all the full flaps. I don't know what. I don't know, man. I don't know, folks. Robo stimming, I guess. Keeping myself busy. Okay. Flynn, what are you doing? Dork? The jork? I don't know. I don't know what that was. Okay, this looks taller. Please. Oh, thank fuck. Okay, so it's just that one that is not correct. Which, okay, again, given what I know from the construction of it, is fine, I guess. Okay, good. How many can we fit? 1, 2, 3. Can we shove 3 in there? We can just barely shove 3 in there. Okay. We might be able to actually get more on this side. I definitely have to, oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, so that corner has to be convinced to go out a bit more. But 1, 2, maybe is it just the bottom pocket that just is like mad about? Okay, so you can convince it to get 3 in, but it is happier with 2. So I would say that we probably could say that, well, yeah, it's comfortably 4 passports for sure. 6 at a stretch. Okay, I wonder, 5:03. Okay, I got like 2 more minutes and then I gotta go. Let's try and shove that edge out a bit more and just see, make sure that that actually helps that. Blurry blur. The whole, like, actually fitting a passport in there. Fuck, that would be annoying if it's just a defective pocket edge, maybe. There we go. The pen corner up here also needs to be shoved out though. So, is a pencil actually useful in a passport folder? I don't think I've ever used a pencil. So like, that's why I'm like, okay, well maybe I could get little like branded pencils, but like, the pen would be more useful because then it could just be thrown in the pen loop and it would take up that extra fabric that is like obviously in the Velcro flap as well. Okay, there we go. Good. Zip. Now that should, in theory, fit it better. Better fit. Better fit now. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's just that one floral one that is like messed up. But yeah, these are definitely set for 2 passports each. Okay, yeah, because I don't think you could... No, you could fit a third there, and I think you could fit a third there now that the corner is definitely convinced that it needs to go out. It's tight. Can you convince it? Barely. You can convince it, but it's not happy. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, and then it doesn't actually close. So no. 2 and 2. Okay, so is it a cranky corner or does it actually work? Oh yeah, it works. It'll work. It just... Yeah, okay, cool. Looks good. Looks good. Usually I would top stitch this sort of thing, but with how tight a fit that is for the passports, I don't think I will, because honestly, taking up another 1/8 of an inch, the passports won't fit anymore. So we're going to not top stitch it, except for the essential parts. Although honestly, I think we're good without top stitching any of it, which I know is blasphemy. But it's like, I think we're good, because then we fold. It is still pretty tight. Oh, that's annoying. Interesting. Well, we'll make sure that the twill is the right size for the next sets. Maybe I'll double check all the measurements and make sure that I cut them right too. Maybe I didn't cut them right. Who knows? Because like it shouldn't be this tight on the fold here. Because like that passport is in there. And it's as deep as it can get in there too. And there's no more to trim, really. Maybe I'll double check the trim line and see if I can trim down any more, because that would allow us to get another 1/8 of an inch or so. But otherwise, I'm no, I'm not very happy with this. I was happy with mine. I don't know what's up with this one. So I guess I should have installed the zippers like they're supposed to be installed, and then we could always put the lining in afterwards or something. I still stand by the fact that I want a lining on the back here, but definitely not putting the zipper in as designated. Surprise! Has messed up dimensions quite a bit more than I anticipated. So, like I said, it works, but I'm not happy with it right now. So I think maybe what we'll do, as much as I've already, see now that is like larger again, I think. What the hell? I guess it's taken up, like the seam allowance is taken up quite a bit. So that is smaller again still. So this is, I think, the excess from the zipper, even though we do have zipper taken up here. But you wouldn't think that, I don't know. Maybe I should just move the zipper or the pockets back down. Maybe it is actually like the pocket is supposed to be down. Or the exterior is supposed to be a little bit tighter than anticipated. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Or I should justify it to this side. Fuck me. That's what I should be doing. God damn it, Katie. Should be justifying to that side and then, oh, but we don't want, yeah, and then snugging up the card pockets to the zipper here. Because the thing is that we can't take up the zipper. But that zipper can sit, like this can sit right on this line. That's not the big deal. It's just that we don't want to have too small card pockets. So what am I doing? Why did I move the passport? Whatever. Okay, we'll do that for the next one. If that works, then we'll finish both of them. Yeah, okay, I gotta go. I'll be back.